the top destination for Brits seeking a new life abroad, with winter temperatures often reaching 27 degrees centigrade and a year-round outdoor lifestyle. It's easy to understand why. But moving thousands of miles across the globe can turn the strongest dreams into the toughest challenges, and many return to their lives in the UK with their ambitions in tatters. In 2013, the Williamsons faced some huge decisions as they spent a trial week in Australia. While experiencing the reality of Aussie living, Wendy had to convince her son he would have a better life down under. Otherwise, she risked splitting her family up for good. 1 year on, we'll find out on which side of the world the family are living and if they're still together. Williamson's trial week in Perth started with a 10,000-mile journey from home, and they've had plenty of time to contemplate the week ahead.
We just need to go and see a bit of the country now, see what Australia has to offer.
I hope I'm going to like it. I should like it. I should. I'm going to like it.
But the family's decision would depend on eldest child Sonny being persuaded.
I'm hoping that I'll make up my mind by the end of the week whether to decide to come here or not. What is 50-50? Then, I don't know.
When you come.
There was tension in the air as the Williamsons set out on the most important week of their lives. When it was over, they'd have to decide not only where their future lay, but whether they'd spend it together. Peter, Wendy, Sonny and Reese were living in Hartlepool in the northeast of England. Wendy was just 19 when she first began to consider the benefits of Australia.
Warm, sunny, less populated than the UK.
She believed it could offer a better quality of life for her family.
I want to provide a better life for my children. I want to give them better opportunities, and I don't feel I can do that in this country.
After some reluctance, husband Peter had bought into Wendy's dream.
Initially it was because I had such a good relationship with my father and my parents and the rest of my family.
And then his dad passed away, and since that's happened, I think his perspective's changed slightly about going to Australia.
Now I'm thinking it could be a possibility.
But the couple's 19-year-old son, Sonny, didn't want to leave his life in the UK.
There's nothing in my life that I'm not happy about, apart from my mum and dad wanting to move to Australia. That would just upset everything, really.
He's got a great social life, great set of friends, good job,
Girlfriend.
enjoys his job, a girlfriend.
Me and Jen have been together for 2 years, so we've got quite a strong relationship. We know each other pretty much inside out.
Wendy was desperate to move down under, but the thought of leaving Sonny behind was tearing the family apart.
I couldn't leave him here without anywhere to live. I couldn't. That just wouldn't be an option. I would have to say, I would probably say, I don't know what I would say, because it's very difficult.
I don't think Wendy is prepared for going to Australia without Sonny. I'm kind of keeping that balance, and I'm the one who's keeping that topic of conversation going, so to speak.
For the sake of the family, Sonny had decided to keep an open mind.
I would like to give it a go, because if you rule out something before you even try it, then I think you're in a no-win situation, really.
But if he didn't like what he saw, the Williamsons could be split for good.
If they had to move to Australia and I was to stay here, it would be probably the most upsetting thing ever to happen in my life so far.
I just want him to be with us, and that's it. I just want Sonny with us.
The Williamsons were at a crossroad. Wendy had just 1 week to persuade Sonny to make the move, or the family would end up living on opposite sides of the world.
I'm not quite ready to leave Sonny. I am fully aware of that, and I think he is. We all are.
The Williamsons spent their trial week in Perth, one of Australia's sunniest cities and a favourite destination for families seeking a new life down under. Home for the week was a modern 3-bedroom townhouse.
Very nice. Nice big television.
They'd just arrived, but Wendy was already thinking about what she wanted from the next few days.
My ideal outcome for the end of the week would be that we're all voting for Australia. Simple answer, but that's it.
But for Sonny, it was much more complicated.
Because it's my mum's dream, then I kind of do feel a little bit under pressure. Because she goes on about it so much, she thinks she can make me go, which sort of makes me want to rebel a bit.
The whole family was feeling the pressure.
If the family decision is split at the end of the week, I'm not sure what Wendy would think about it.
He said to me that he knows that he's going to like it, but he knows that he doesn't want to move as well.
The possibility of a life down under without her eldest son was something Wendy couldn't bear to think about.
I don't think I've prepared myself for that, if I'm being honest. I've just got it in my head that we're all going to move out here and everything's going to be really, really happy, and so no, I've not prepared myself for that. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Back in the UK, home for the Williamsons was a red brick 3-bedroom semi-detached house in the centre of Hartlepool. The family planned to rent initially in Australia. They'd set themselves a budget of £1,500 a month, and Wendy knew exactly what she was looking for.
Ideally, it would be like 4 bedrooms. I'd like to live near the beach. Having a sea view is not that important as long as I know I could get there within 5 or 10 minutes. I want it all open planned, and I want a nice pool with a nice garden and nice neighbours. That's it. That's what I want.
To give the Williamsons an idea of what the Perth rental market could offer, we showed them 3 properties, ranging from what they could afford to their dream home. The search began in Port Kennedy, a suburb 30 miles south of Perth city centre. The 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom family home was a short stroll from the beach, so was it what Wendy was looking for?
No furniture, so it's quite small.
I don't think I'm too excited about this property.
It definitely wasn't love at first sight, but Wendy was keen to know what Sonny thought.
Would you make the move from Hartlepool to Oz from this?
No.
You wouldn't?
He wasn't exactly bubbling over with enthusiasm, and things soon went from bad to worse.
I couldn't live next door to that, Mel. I would be forever saying.
Some extra space upstairs did get him a positive reaction.
Could be a little bedsit for you, couldn't it?
Could be, yeah. I like it. I'd live here.
Things were looking up, but the view was a big letdown.
I'm just not too keen on looking out to that, are you?
And remember the dog?
We'd have to be barking that to live here.
The setting and soundtrack weren't perfect, but was the house within the family's monthly $2,400 budget?
For monthly rental for this, I would say no more than 2,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, like that. Do you want to turn it over, Reese? 2,400.
So,
$600 a week,
yeah,
which is our budget.
it is our budget, and I wouldn't pay 2,400
a month for it.
for this one.
No.
It wasn't the best of starts for Wendy's dream. Would the next property get things back on track? It was in the suburb of Lake Coogee, 40 miles south of Perth. So did this 3-bedroom Art Deco home meet with the Williamsons' approval?
I don't want to look too excited, but I really love this.
Wow, what a huge, amazing space. It is good. I love it. I absolutely do love it. We probably can't afford this.
Outdoors was equally impressive, with a family-sized pool and stunning outdoor living area. But was it somewhere Sonny could see himself?
Yeah. Of course I would.
You would?
Pretty strict, but not too really.
Of course you would.
It was just what Wendy needed to hear, and it wasn't long before old tensions rose up.
I'd still be unsure.
But your friends could come over for a visit. They're all young enough.
It only makes it 19 and they don't have to spare 700 quid for a flight, do they?
But you're not going to be with all your friends forever, are you?
I'm not saying that.
With his thoughts never far from home, it was clearly going to take more than a big house with a pool to win Sonny over. With a rental budget of £1,500, was this house a home they could afford, even if he did come on board?
Should we turn over and find out?
Yeah.
2,100.
That's like 150 more
A week.
600.
If we came round, if we did come.
You'd be paying rent.
Sonny's contribution could have made the house affordable.
Could be, maybe.
Yeah.
And Wendy seized upon the opportunity.
If you actually come with us and start contributing, maybe we could afford something a little better.
Maybe.
Perhaps all was not yet lost. The final house was in Secret Harbour, 50 minutes drive south of Perth. Did this modern family home keep up the positive vibe?
I like it.
I do, definitely. Do you like that staircase?
I do like the staircase.
One feature rubbed Wendy and Peter up the right way.
Double shower. I'll have a double shower in a property.
Of course. I'm just a man. I'm just a man.
Children are around. Cringe.
Spirits were high, and Sonny could see some appeal.
I like this room.
Would you like it?
Well, yeah.
So you've got your own bathroom
It's
space?
like roomy with like a desk or whatever, so I can do some drawing and stuff.
The outdoor space was perfect for Aussie living.
This is exactly what I had in mind for a house, the ideal house to move to.
And things just kept getting better.
Oh my god.
You can see the sea.
Sea view. This is definitely going to be out of our price range, isn't it?
The house seemed perfect for the whole family, but was it within reach of their $2,400 monthly rental budget?
Shall we turn over and find out?
That was substantially over budget.
Our budget was at $600. This is $900 a week.
It may have been beyond their means, but Wendy wasn't giving up on it just yet.
This house is worth putting in a little bit more hard work, I think.
Definitely.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I'd contribute.
You would?
Yeah.
And if Peter's salary increased down under, the dream house could possibly have been within reach.
Coming home from work to this?
Of course. If I could make it doable, I would. Yeah.
It had been an interesting day on the property front. House number 1 was on budget, but the noisy four-legged neighbour had put them off. Property number 2 had ticked a lot of boxes with its family-sized pool and stunning outdoor living area. But the final house was the dream home, and although it had a price to match, it could have been worth stretching the budget for. So when it came to properties, was it home or away?
Based on the properties we have seen today, we are voting for... Australia!
Undecided.
Why undecided?
We've been shown 3 properties, only one of them within budget, and we didn't like it.
There dues.
That's understandable.
And you voted Australia?
Yeah.
Why have you voted Australia
Well, I
then?
wouldn't mind living in a massive house with an ensuite in a pool, would I?
Right. How about you, Reece?
Reece?
I think the houses look better than what we live in now.
Yeah.
Why did you vote Australia now?
I've seen my dream home. My dream home, I know it's out of reach financially, but I'm prepared to make sacrifices in order to find a dream property where you can come and live with us too.
Wendy may have been prepared to go the extra mile to keep Sonny on board, but Peter was sticking to his guns and his budget. If Wendy's hopes were to stay alive, it was vital Perth could offer good work prospects for the whole family. In the UK, Peter enjoyed his job as assistant manager for a petrochemical company.
If I could move my job to Australia and continue doing what I'm doing, even with the same company, that would make me very happy.
Wendy was a care worker specialising in drug and alcohol problems.
Where I was brought up on a council estate, it seemed like many people were taking drugs, and drugs become a big thing in people's lives, really. And I thought that I could perhaps get into helping them stay off it and maybe steer them on the right road, basically.
Having studied art at college, Sonny was serving an apprenticeship as a tattooist. Finding the right work opportunity would be crucial in persuading him to emigrate.
If he could get work out there, I think that would maybe persuade him a little bit more to come.
But as the main breadwinner, it was essential Peter found the right job.
If I love it in Australia and I can't find the right job, then I can't see how we can make the move. It would be game over.
If he can't find the right employment, we might have to consider staying in the UK, which fills me with dread.
With so much riding on the day, the family set out to explore what work options Perth had to offer. First, Peter set off to get the lowdown on potential jobs in the petrochemical industry from recruitment manager Stuart Marsh.
There's plenty of opportunity at the moment. Okay, there's quite a few terminals near Perth, or if you're really looking to live in Perth and work a bit more remotely, there's certainly opportunities further afield.
It was a great start for Peter. Across town, Wendy was touring a rehabilitation centre with manageress Wendy Shannon. Were her prospects as encouraging?
Are there job opportunities, though, that there are?
I think there is. I think what you offer and your experience would actually suit a senior role.
It was positive news, but a move would hang on Peter's earning potential.
I'm confident we could achieve a salary of around $100,000 plus benefits per
Really,
year for you.
$100,000 equates to about £65,000.
I'd say that's right, yeah.
Okay, that's £20,000 more than what my current salary is. Wow.
Fantastic news for Peter. Were Wendy's figures as optimistic?
It's between about $68,000 to, say, 74,000 Australian dollars.
Okay.
That was between £40,000 to £45,000 a year.
How would that fit with the work?
That's very good, actually. That sort of doubles my salary.
Both Peter and Wendy had discovered their earning power would significantly increase in Australia. But before they could share their great news, there was an unexpected turn of events. The couple discovered Sonny couldn't be included on a family visa as he was over 18 and a wage earner. With her dream potentially in tatters, Wendy and Sonny sought urgent advice from a migrant official to find out if Sonny could register for a visa of his own.
If you want to apply at some later stage to come over and live in Australia, then tattoo artist is not on the schedule of occupations list.
Wendy was stunned. If Sonny wasn't eligible for his own visa, it could have meant her dream was over. But there was a glimmer of hope.
If it was possible for you to be dependent, which means basically that you'd be studying and not earning money of your own, and you're dependent on your parents, then you could be included.
Wendy's dream suddenly rested on Sonny's willingness to give up the job he loved to become a student again.
Don't really feel that keen on going back to college.
It wasn't what Wendy wanted to hear.
But if I did like this country enough, then it would be worth it because it's only a 6 months out of my life to go back to college. So if I did look about Australia a bit more and I did feel like I did want to move here, then it would definitely be something I would consider, yeah.
A move was perhaps still a possibility. With a huge sigh of relief, Wendy and Peter met to vote on working in Australia.
Australia!
After a day of intense highs and lows, Wendy's face said it all. But now the pressure was really on to persuade Sonny that emigrating down under would be the best move for him. For Wendy, the move was about a better life. So did a day out Aussie style draw Sonny closer to the idea of emigrating? The Williamsons spent the day at Lancelin, one of the biggest sand dunes in Western Australia. It was a chance to spend quality time together and to gather their thoughts.
It's a special moment, really, for us to spend time together. Having this opportunity to see Australia as a family unit is very special for me. It could be our last time together as a family.
Sonny had enjoyed the day.
Today has been unreal and I've really, really enjoyed it. So I do have kind of a battle going on in my mind what I want to do at this moment in time.
I think today has opened Sonny's eyes in terms of the type of activities and the kind of lifestyle we could have if we moved to Australia. But in saying that, I think Sonny still has unfinished business in the UK.
It's his life at the end of the day, and I don't want to take that away from him. All I can do is show him what Australia, how lovely Australia is, and hope that he makes the decision to come with us.
So had Sonny seen enough to keep his mum's dream alive?
Based on lifestyle activities today, we are voting for Australia.
It was a clean sweep. Despite his doubts, Sonny had given the thumbs up to the Aussie lifestyle. Wendy's dream lived another day. A unanimous vote for the Australian lifestyle was great news for Wendy. But now it was time to find out if they could actually afford it. we prepared a comparison of costs between Australia and the UK, starting with the weekly shopping bill.
Leg of lamb,
Yep.
£15.
In the UK?
Yeah, £9 here, so that's surprising, isn't it?
Do we really eat all this now?
Yes, we do.
£85.73 per week worse off in Australia.
And that was just for food. Next up were the bigger costs. The couple based their sums on a second property they saw.
Rent here, monthly,
Yeah.
would be £1,980.
Okay.
That sounds a lot, doesn't it? £1,980 a month. Doesn't it?
Yes, it does sound a lot.
That sounds crazy.
It was a huge amount of money. But in Australia, their combined salaries after tax would provide an increase of almost £21,000 a year. So did that help balance the books?
That will leave us with £3,028.
There you
So we
go.
are better off by £24.
There you go.
It wasn't much, but it was enough for Wendy.
You haven't calculated it wrong. You've done it right, and we're going to be better off in Australia.
So were the figures enough to convince Peter?
Australia! We're going to be better off financially here. Even though it costs more to live here, our wages...
Cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are £24
Better off a month.
better off a month, and I'm sure we'll put that to good use.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will.
With the finances just in the black, Wendy's dream was still on course. But she wasn't home and dry just yet. Sonny had made it clear that leaving the UK would be an enormous wrench. So would watching messages from home be the family's toughest challenge yet?
Hiya guys.
Hi Wendy. Hi Peter. Sonny and Reese.
Hi Pete,
Peter, Wendy,
Sonny and Reese.
Hi Sonny. Wendy is extremely friendly and she makes comment about quite pleasurable really.
And Pete is a real hard worker, and yeah, he's always got a story to tell. He's always a good laugh, isn't he?
They're just a lovely family really.
Sonny and Reese are beautiful.
They're very family orientated. They do a lot together as a family.
Sonny is an interesting person, a very interesting personality.
He just does anything for you. He never puts himself first, and he just...
Yeah, it's funny, like, everything he says, like, has to be a joke. So.
No shame either, just outrageous things. Just anything.
Yeah.
She's always talked about going to Australia from when she was young, from as long as I can remember. I'd be really sad to see Wendy go, I really will. But happy on the other hand, because I know that it's something that she really wants.
If the whole family go, they'll be deeply missed.
Obviously we'll miss them. We'll miss seeing the boys, Peter. Miss coming up to visit, because obviously we wouldn't be able to get to Australia so as much, yeah.
To lose him would be... It would be terrible. It would be like heartbreaking for any of us because he's such a close friend. And...
I'd be devastated. I don't know what I'd do really, so I'm getting a bit of a lump in my throat. It's too far away and it's quite upsetting really to think about.
I know this is a difficult decision for you to make. We're going to love you no matter what. Take care. God bless.
If you decide to stay here, then we're all really happy and we really want you to stay. But then again, if Australia is the right thing for you to do, then you should go for it.
Don't let us stop you. In fact, we won't stop you. We love you so much, so live your dream.
I don't want you to go at all, but I know that if you do go, it's the right decision for you to make, and I miss you and I love you and can't wait for you to come back.
I didn't think I would be upset.
I know how upset she would be if you did come, and for us to make, ask you to make that decision.
We're forcing that upon you in one respect.
It's up to me what I want to do.
Yeah.
I can stay if I want to stay. I can come if I want to come.
It's quite going to be difficult for us, Sonny, as parents, to actually say goodbye to you if you do decide to stay in the UK.
Yeah, I know, but you're not saying goodbye forever.
You're going to stay, aren't you?
We haven't made a decision yet. Have we?
I think he has.
Yeah. But I'm 19 now, I'm 20 next year.
Yeah.
I can't be living at home all my life. Can I?
Messages from loved ones back home had pushed Sonny into a decision. Wendy's worst fear had become a reality. As the final vote approached, she faced a heartbreaking decision. Would she still choose to chase her dream of a better life down under, or would the pain of leaving her eldest son behind be too much to bear?
I think I've realised that Sonny does want to stay in the UK. I'm having to think a little bit more about that now. I just think, I know the distance. If he needed me in an emergency, it would be a 26-hour flight.
I think she thinks she's been a bit selfish maybe in the past, because she's been kind of saying to me, you're coming to Australia, I'm not leaving you here. But after watching the Friends and Family video, I think she kind of realised what I've got to leave behind.
Sonny's decision had deeply affected everyone.
I was upset, like, my brother, that he didn't want to come over here, and that, like, because my mum and dad do, and so it's quite upsetting.
I'm considering all aspects of what I've got in the UK, what possibly could be out here for me, and I'm continuously flicking from one side to the other.
But it seemed Wendy had finally made up her mind.
I think I have come to a decision on which way I'm going to vote.
It was time for the Williamsons to decide where their future lay.
Australia!
Australia!
UK. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not coming then?
No. Not too much to lose in England.
Do you think that seeing that Friends and Family DVD brought it home to you?
I've always thought that anyway, but yeah, that obviously...
Made it clearer?
Yeah.
So, you're not saying never, never though?
I'm not saying never, no.
It had been a hugely emotional week for the Williamsons. Australia had lived up to all of Wendy's expectations, but it looked like Sonny and the family were facing new futures on the opposite sides of the globe. 1 year on, it's January 2014 and the Williamsons are in the UK, but some of them are preparing to make a move. Their week down under persuaded Peter and Wendy Australia should be their future home.
Australia was everything I hoped it would be.
When I came away, it made me want to go back and experience more.
Yeah. Having that week in Australia really motivated us, I think.
It did, but I don't think any of us expected to be moving
as
quickly as this.
On their return to the UK, the couple wasted little time getting ready to emigrate down under.
We came back at the end of May. We reduced the asking price of our house in June and it sold in July. We moved in here into the rented accommodation in July and then started the process of applying for my visa. We got all that done and by the September we had all the paperwork that we needed and we got granted in October. So all in all that was pretty quick.
Only 7 months after returning from their week in Perth, the family have already waved goodbye to their belongings, but they'll soon be saying a tougher farewell. Sonny has stuck to his guns and decided to stay in the UK.
I didn't want to risk going to the other side of the world to not be happy.
Their week in Australia helped Wendy realise it was time for him to forge his own path in life.
I think after the show she kind of realised how I felt and I think she understood my point of view and I think she felt quite bad in the end for trying to make me go.
We said to him that if you don't want to come to Australia, you have to go and fend for yourself. And he did. As soon as we come back, he managed to get himself a house. And he's been paying his own rent, his own bills, his shopping. He's been doing really, really well. So he's actually proved to us he can survive without us.
Yeah.
We've got a lot closer since I've moved out and stuff. And especially in the past couple of weeks where we've been trying to spend more time with each other and stuff before they move.
Although it's been tough for Wendy, she's come to terms with Sonny's decision.
We just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that he misses us so much that he'll come out at a later date. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm definitely a little bit jealous, but I still think I've made the right decision. I know I can go over whenever I want.
to see them and stuff, so yeah, I definitely think I made the right decision.
After saying their farewells, it's time for Wendy, Peter and Reese to set off for their new life, and they can't wait.
I've got no last minute jitters whatsoever. No, I'm just really looking forward to this experience and grateful, really, I've been given this opportunity.
I can't wait to get on the plane, to be honest with you.
It's quite, like, sad leaving loads of friends behind, but I know I'll see them in a few years.
Months later, the family are well and truly settled in Perth, Western Australia. But Wendy still has to pinch herself to believe she's made it to the other side of the world.
It felt very strange, if I'm being honest, when I landed, knowing that I was not going to be returning to the UK. It all felt surreal. I couldn't quite take it all in, that my dream had finally come true.
Landing in the country without jobs, Wendy and Peter spent their first few weeks in Perth, taking time to adjust to life down under.
We both didn't go rush to work right away. We had enough money to survive, live a nice lifestyle, really.
Having a month or so off was all part of the plan.
I kept saying to myself, and to you, does this feel real? Does it feel like, can you believe we're not going back home?
As we were walking up the beach and it's 30 degrees and just absolutely in paradise.
After living in a rental property for a couple of weeks, the family have taken out a one-year lease on a 4-bedroom property in the suburb of Safety Bay. It's been the cause of some dissension.
That's probably when reality kicked in for me, actually. When we saw this house and I realised Pete liked it, I didn't, but we were moving in anyway.
For a base, it's a good house. It's good size, it's got 4 bedrooms, there's massive gardens, there's a double garage. It's located in a very nice suburb, so there's a lot of positives about this house.
This is our living room. I'm not a fan of this living room because it's pretty dark, but Pete likes it.
Wendy hasn't been won over by the kitchen either.
It's not my ideal kitchen, it's very old-fashioned, as you can see, but it serves a purpose.
But there is one room that gets a thumbs up.
We thought we had to get a pool table. Every Aussie house seems to have one. And Pete has even got his own space as well, which is for his precious decks. Yeah, this room is quite a good room. And it overlooks the garden as well, which is nice. The only thing missing is the pool. This is not my dream house. My dream house would consist of having a pool. That's what I've moved over here for, is to live the Australian dream.
It's a good base. The house is big enough. It hasn't got a pool. But so what?
We'll
get a pool eventually. It's close to Reese's school. It's close to Wendy's work.
And close to the beach.
Close to the beach? What more do you want?
A pool.
Despite moving to the other side of the world without employment, Wendy was lucky to land on her feet.
I was very fortunate. I didn't have to go searching for work, really.
Contacts made on the family's original trial week proved useful.
They offered me a job as soon as I stepped off the plane, basically. My new job is absolutely fantastic. I work on a farm, a rehabilitation farm, helping clients with addiction. It's a lot more relaxed than what I was doing back home in the UK. So I'm part-time, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm earning the same money as what I was earning working full-time back home.
Peter found searching for work a bit trickier, though.
The process of looking for a job has been quite difficult, because you apply for quite a lot of jobs and you get a lot of knockbacks.
Although he's now found a job, it's not quite perfect. Working with a gas processing company on an island 700 miles from Perth will see him working away from home for 3 weeks at a time.
I'm not too excited about spending 26 days away from my family, but I need to go and earn some decent money, and that's what this job's going to do for me.
It doesn't exactly fit with Wendy's vision of family life down under, but it does have some upsides.
We've gone from being a family of 4 to a family of 3, and now we're going to be a family of 2. I didn't really come to Australia to be on my own. However, the job that Pete's been offered has just a substantial amount of money that he can't really refuse.
It's a very well paid job. It will allow me to save for the next year And if I did this job for 5 years, I could potentially pay a mortgage off.
For Reese, the transition to a new school down under was daunting at first.
It was like starting all over, and I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything about them. It was really hard.
But after a few weeks, he discovered some benefits of Aussie-style schools.
The teachers are quite laid back and not worried about school uniform or how you dress. They're not as strict as England, which is good. Mostly all of the people in my classes, they welcomed me into school, and it made life a lot easier.
Mum and Dad are proud of how their son has adjusted.
He's coping really well, I think. He seems a lot happier in himself.
It's a big thing for any 14-year-old to move to the other side of the world, but he's coped really well with it.
With some family already in Perth, Wendy hasn't suffered too much from homesickness.
Hello, babe. Hi. We getting lost up the freeway?
It's been lovely having people here that I'm familiar with. Yeah, I think that's a head start, really.
They absolutely love it here. There's no way that they would ever go back. They've got their work, they've made friends, so it's great for them.
But 5 months after the move, Wendy's still coming to terms with leaving Sonny behind.
Gained family here, but left family back home. I do miss Sonny.
Hiya. How you doing?
He does miss us as a family, but like with the beauty of the internet, we managed to stay in touch with him. So it's like he is just down the road, really.
Have fun tonight. Have a nice day as well.
See ya. Bye. Bye. Feel very strange being just the three of us. I do miss him.
The couple are pleased with how Son is coping, having flown the family nest, but are hopeful one day he will make the move.
He's coping extremely well. But I still would love for him to be here with us. And eventually, he might.
He will.
He will.
While their move went smoothly, at times Wendy and Peter found things did get strained.
Logistically, the journey's been great. Emotionally, it's been difficult at times. It's been difficult on our relationship because I think when you move here, you lose your identity slightly because you leave family behind, you leave friends behind. That has an impact on your relationship because you rely solely on each other.
It hasn't been a completely smooth ride.
No, it hasn't.
But
we've made it.
Overall, it hasn't been too bad.
No.
And the lifestyle opportunities afforded by the move down under are having a positive effect on everyone.
The best thing about living here is waking up to sunshine every morning and having parrots and you flying around in your garden, walking down to the beach and seeing dolphins.
You don't get 1 day of sunshine and 6 days of rain. You get a whole week of sunshine.
I'm more happier here than I was in the UK. Because of the weather, you can do more things. My family life has changed a lot because we go out walking the dog, we do more activities together.
I've been dreaming about coming to Australia since my early 20s, I think, and now I'm actually living that dream. It feels fantastic.
Wendy's always been the driving force behind the move.
There has been a lot of pressure on me to make this work because it's something that I've talked about for so many years.
So almost half a year into their new life down under, are there any regrets?
I'm really 100% sure I've made the right move. I'm with no doubt whatsoever in my mind. I definitely know I've made the right move.
And the rest of the family seem to agree.
I think my future lies in Australia. I've made a new life for myself. It's all better than the UK.
The whole move has been worth it. We're not going back to the UK. I can't see that happening. Wendy's dream does exist here in Australia, I would say, and we are striving to achieve it.
Yeah, I do think our future is going to be great. I do see us having a wonderful life, a wonderful lifestyle.
There's just one obvious downside.
We're just missing one thing, and that's a family member.
Yeah.
So once Sonny has lived his social life in the UK and he gets a bit fed up, hopefully he's going to come out and join us.
Hopefully.
Eventually. That's the key word here.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
You know, when it's right for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but secretly, deep down, yeah, I would love for him to be here with us. For sure.
Within the space of a year, it appears the Williamsons have finally achieved the lifestyle Wendy and Peter had been dreaming of. And who knows, at some point in the future, Sonny may yet join them. We wish the whole family the very best with their new lives.
A Battersea pad for under £200,000 or a house in County Durham for 30. Homes under the hammer next, while the volunteers who made 2012 London Olympics happen meet again with Real Lives Reunited at 11:45.